Seniors, over 60, stop eating oatmeal. Like this, it's harming your health. Have you ever started your morning with a nice, warm bowl of oatmeal and thought, "This is the healthiest thing I could be eating right now"? You stir in some fruit, maybe a little honey, maybe a splash of milk. And just like that, breakfast is served. It feels like a comforting routine, doesn't it? And for decades, we've been told it's the heart-healthy choice. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. If you're over 60, the way you've been eating oatmeal might be doing more harm than good. I know that sounds shocking, especially since oatmeal has such a wholesome reputation. But just because a food is considered healthy doesn't mean it's right for everyone, especially as we age. Our bodies change, our digestion slows down, and what used to work for us in our 40s or 50s might actually work against us in our 60s and beyond. So, why does this matter? Because the way you start your morning sets the tone for the entire day. If you're eating something that spikes your blood sugar, leaves you feeling tired, or doesn't give your body what it truly needs, that affects everything. Your energy, your mood, your weight, even your memory. That bowl of oatmeal might seem innocent, but depending on how you're preparing it, it could be holding you back more than helping you move forward. Let's talk about the first mistake many seniors make with oatmeal: loading it with sugar, sometimes without even realizing it. Now, you might not be dumping spoonfuls of white sugar in your bowl, but what about that honey, maple syrup, brown sugar, or even those flavored instant oatmeal packets? They might taste good, but they're often packed with hidden sugars that send your blood glucose soaring. And for those of us in our 60s, 70s, and beyond, that's a real problem. When your blood sugar spikes too high and then crashes, you're left feeling sluggish, cranky, and hungry again in just a couple of hours. It's a roller coaster you don't want to be on. And if you're dealing with prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, or even just trying to keep your weight in check, those little bits of sugar add up fast. Instead of giving your body sustained fuel, they leave you chasing energy all day. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up oatmeal entirely. You just have to be smart about how you prepare it. Swap out the sugary toppings for healthy fats and protein, like a spoonful of almond butter, a handful of chopped walnuts, or some ground flax seed. These slow down digestion and keep your blood sugar steady, helping you feel fuller for longer. And if you really need a touch of sweetness, try cinnamon or a few fresh berries. You'll still get that comforting flavor, without the crash. Now let's talk about another big mistake. And this one's just as important: eating plain oats with no protein at all. A lot of folks just make a quick bowl of oats with water or milk and leave it at that. It seems light, easy, and digestible. But the truth is, when you eat carbohydrates, like oats, without any protein or fat, it can mess with your metabolism, especially as you get older. After 60, your body naturally starts to lose muscle mass, and protein becomes essential. Without enough of it in your meals, especially breakfast, you might notice you're feeling weaker, less steady, or even more prone to injuries. Adding protein to your oatmeal is a simple fix that makes a big difference. You could mix in a scoop of protein powder, stir in some Greek yogurt, or top your oats with a boiled egg or two on the side. It might sound unusual at first, but trust me, your body will thank you for it. This also helps with brain function. Yes, brain fog, that annoying haze that seems to sneak in more often after 60, can be linked to blood sugar instability and lack of protein. Starting your morning with a better balanced breakfast can help keep your mind clearer and your mood more stable throughout the day. So, let's take a moment to reflect. You've been trying to eat well. You've been doing your best, but no one really talks about how different your nutritional needs become as you age. What once worked might now be the very thing slowing you down. And if something as simple as tweaking your oatmeal routine can help you feel stronger, sharper, and more energized, why not give it a try? Now that we've looked at the hidden sugars and the lack of protein, let's keep going. Have you ever started your day with a bowl of oatmeal, thinking you were making the healthiest choice possible, only to feel bloated, sluggish, or even hungrier a couple of hours later? You're not alone. For years, oatmeal has been praised as the perfect breakfast, especially for those of us over 60. It's heart-healthy, packed with fiber, easy to digest, and let's face it, it just feels like a wholesome way to begin the day. But here's the problem no one talks about. Not all oatmeal is created equal, and the way many of us have been preparing it, it could actually be doing more harm than good. I know, it sounds surprising. Oatmeal has been a staple for decades, but as we age, our bodies change. Our digestion slows down, our blood sugar becomes more sensitive, and what once worked for us in our 30s or 40s doesn't always work the same way anymore. That includes how our body reacts to the foods we've always considered healthy. In today's video, we're going to talk about something that could make a real difference in your energy, your digestion, and even your weight: how you're eating your oatmeal. You'll learn what you might be doing wrong and the simple tweaks you can make to turn oatmeal back into the health food it was meant to be. Let's start with one of the biggest mistakes people over 60 often make without realizing it: eating instant or flavored oatmeal from a packet. It's so easy to grab a little packet, pour in hot water, and call it breakfast. But if you turn over the box and read the label, you'll find a long list of ingredients, many of which you can't even pronounce. Most flavored oatmeals are loaded with added sugars, artificial flavorings, and preservatives. And guess what that does to your body? It spikes your blood sugar early in the morning, then drops it fast, leaving you feeling tired, foggy-headed, and craving more carbs before lunch. That's not how you want to start your day, especially when stable blood sugar is key to protecting your brain, your heart, and your waistline. But even plain oats, yes, even steel-cut or rolled oats, can cause problems if you're not eating them the right way. Which brings us to the second big issue: eating oatmeal on its own with nothing else in the bowl. Now, I know what you're thinking. What could possibly be wrong with a warm bowl of plain oatmeal? And on the surface, it seems perfectly innocent. But here's the truth. When you eat just oats and water, or oats with a splash of milk and maybe a sprinkle of cinnamon, you're missing something essential: balance. Oats are mostly carbohydrates, and without any healthy fat or protein to slow down how quickly those carbs hit your bloodstream, you're still going to get that same spike in blood sugar, just like with the flavored packets. The result? You'll feel hungry again soon after, and you might even notice some lightheadedness or shakiness mid-morning. Not to mention, a high-carb breakfast without protein or fat can increase inflammation, which is something we really want to avoid as we age. So what can you do instead? The fix is simple, and it doesn't mean giving up oatmeal. It just means building a better bowl. Try adding a spoonful of almond butter or a handful of chopped walnuts to your oatmeal. Toss in some chia seeds or ground flax for fiber and healthy fats. Want a bit of sweetness? Use berries instead of sugar. And if you want to really stabilize your morning, mix in a scoop of plain Greek yogurt or a splash of full-fat milk to get that protein your body is craving. It's not about removing oatmeal from your diet. It's about upgrading it to match your body's needs today. When you eat this way, you'll notice the difference. More energy, better digestion, less snacking throughout the day. And over time, better blood sugar control, fewer aches and pains, and even a little help with managing weight. Now that we've talked about how instant oats and unbalanced bowls can throw your system out of whack, let's keep going, because there's another common oatmeal mistake that almost no one talks about, and it's especially important for those of us over 60. Mistake number 3: eating oatmeal every single morning without variety. Now, routine can be comforting. It's easy to stick with what we know, especially when it's something we believe is healthy. But even the best foods can become problematic if we rely on them too heavily, especially for older adults. Here's why. When you eat the same thing every day, you limit your nutrient diversity. Your body needs a wide range of vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and antioxidants to thrive. And oatmeal, while good, doesn't cover all the bases. Plus, over time, your gut microbiome can become less diverse, which leads to more digestive issues, weakened immunity, and even mental fog. Think of your gut like a garden. The more different plants you grow, the healthier and more resilient it becomes. But if you plant only one crop, day after day, the soil starts to weaken. Same thing with your gut and your overall health. So if oatmeal has been your go-to for months or even years, it's time to rotate. You don't have to give it up entirely. Just add some variety. Maybe try a protein-packed egg breakfast one day, a smoothie with greens and nut butter the next, and your upgraded oatmeal on the third. Your body will thank you for it. But there's more. Mistake number 4: not soaking or cooking your oats properly. This one's subtle, but so important, especially for digestion. Did you know that oats contain something called phytic acid? It's a natural compound that can actually block the absorption of key minerals like calcium, magnesium, and zinc. For younger folks with strong digestion, it's not usually a problem. But for those over 60, when bone density and nutrient absorption are already declining, this can become a serious issue. The good news? You can reduce phytic acid and make your oats easier to digest by simply soaking them the night before. Here's how. Just add your oats to a bowl with water. Add a splash of apple cider vinegar or lemon juice. Let it sit overnight, then cook it in the morning. Soaking breaks down the phytic acid, makes the oats more digestible, and even improves the texture and taste. It's one of those small tweaks that pays off big in how you feel throughout the day. Still with me? Because now we're getting into something that might surprise you. Mistake number 5: thinking oatmeal is automatically a weight loss food. A lot of seniors eat oatmeal thinking it'll help them manage their weight. And while it can be part of a healthy weight plan, here's the truth. Oatmeal is calorie-dense, carb-heavy, and often topped with all the wrong things: brown sugar, raisins, maple syrup, bananas, or even those flavored yogurts that sneak in added sugars. And that sweet bowl of healthy oatmeal? It can easily reach 400 to 600 calories without you realizing it, and cause blood sugar swings that leave you hungrier later on. Instead of helping with weight, this can make it harder to lose stubborn belly fat, and even increase insulin resistance over time. But don't worry. We're not here to demonize oatmeal. Far from it. We're here to reclaim it. When eaten the right way, balanced, nutrient-rich, protein-boosted, and in moderation, oatmeal can still be a great breakfast. But it shouldn't be your only breakfast. And it certainly shouldn't be a sugar-laden bowl of processed carbs pretending to be healthy. Now, let's recap the top oatmeal mistakes people over 60 are making, and how to fix them. Instant or flavored oat packets. Skip them. Use plain rolled or steel-cut oats. Eating oats alone? Add healthy fat and protein, like nuts, seeds, yogurt, or eggs. Same breakfast every day? Rotate with other nutrient-dense meals. Unsoaked oats? Soak overnight to improve digestion and unlock minerals. High sugar toppings? Sweeten naturally with berries, cinnamon, or a drizzle of raw honey, if needed. Simple swaps, big results. Your mornings should energize you, not drain you. Your breakfast should support your body, not confuse it. And your habits? They should evolve as you do. Because the truth is, after 60, our bodies become more sensitive, but also more responsive when we treat them well. And that's what this is all about. So if you've been feeling tired in the mornings, struggling with belly fat, or noticing more sugar cravings than usual, it might be time to take a closer look at that healthy oatmeal. A few small changes could make a big difference in how you feel every single day. Remember, aging well doesn't mean giving up the foods you love. It means learning how to eat them in a way that loves you back. If you're over 60, breakfast is not just a meal, it's your morning medicine. And oatmeal, when prepared the right way, can be part of that prescription. But the key is balance, variety, and personalization. No one-size-fits-all breakfast will work for everyone, especially as we age. That's why listening to your body, adjusting portion sizes, and rotating nutrients is so powerful. So next time you reach for that bowl of oats, remember, you deserve more than a sugary bowl of mush. You deserve fuel. You deserve clarity. You deserve vitality. And it's all within reach. One better breakfast at a time.